there was a poll like fire Epler or fire Buck or fire them both. And I'm like, what are we doing? No, you don't fire guys after a 101 win season when we're playing 500 ball the following season and we're not even halfway through the season. That's not, and I understand the Phillies, fire Joe Girardi and they go on to the World Series. Okay. But Girardi had been there for a while, and maybe he was the scapegoat and that was just the kick in the pants that the Philadelphia needed. But I don't think firing Buck's going to do anything except destabilize the clubhouse. And I don't even know who you like. Is it? I just don't think that's the answer at all. When would you fire Buck? If they miss the playoffs this season and it's real bad and it's not because of due to injury. So like I could see a scenario where it's like in August or September, like we just lose Alonso for the season. Lindor goes down, Nimmo goes down, McNeil goes, like if you have half your lineup is injured or you have half your starting rotation. I mean, we already have half our starting rotation injured, but if 3/5 of your starting rotation is injured, Robertson goes down, like, if there are major injuries and we miss the playoffs, I still don't think you can fire Buck. If we are 100% healthy and we miss the playoffs, that's I wouldn't bat an eye if he gets canned. Yeah, to have the highest payroll and miss the playoffs, that is not a good look, especially if you're healthy. So Epler's an interesting story, a different story, because I think people are not too high on what's happened with his decisions. Giving up on JD Davis and I guess Michael Conforto. But JD Davis now is like one of the top OPS leaders at third base. Michael Conforto has gone on a fucking tear where he's had like 7 home runs in his last 7 games or something like that. Just out of control. Whiffing on Daniel Vogelbach, giving up a lot of pitching prospects, which we could probably use right now for guys that have not been performing like Darren Ruff and Vogelbach. The free agent signings from last year, Canna, Escobar, Marte. Escobar's lost the starting job. Canna and Marte were struggling and appear to have righted the ship a bit. If they can continue to play at this level to the 2022 level, I think that's going to save face for Epler. But yeah, he's got to get crafty and get creative. But thank God we have Stephen Cohen as our goddamn owner, because I think he's not going to be rash. And he's said as much. Like, I'm not going to be rash. I'm not going to make emotional decisions. I didn't get to be as wealthy and as successful as I am doing that and taking that approach. So we're going to reset and be strategic about how we move forward. And I have the utmost confidence in him. Epler, it's kind of like whatever, but there's also news. I saw some reports now that we're basically going to hire David Stearns, who was in the running to be GM in a high up baseball operations level after the 2023 season. So the future is very bright, minus the starting pitching saga, the dilemma that we have going on. Because I think Kodai, A-OK. I think it's Tyler McGill's kind of 50-50 at this point. He's kind of up in the air. We've seen Peterson maybe just doesn't have it just yet. I don't think we're going to bring back, I would think we wouldn't bring back Carrasco again after this season. And then we don't know what we have in Quintana. So there's a lot of question marks for the starting rotation after this season. I would be hard pressed to see us keeping Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander beyond the season, especially if we don't make the playoffs and they continue to perform like they're performing. Why would you? It's a lot of money to tie up in 2 guys that just aren't giving you, I can't say giving you wins, but giving you the opportunity to win. When Verlander goes out there and gives you less than 4 innings and puts you in such a huge hole, like, we could throw any fucker out there and get that done. Put me out there. I'd be glad to do it, and I'll do it for $1 million minimum. Saving you a ton of cash.